In times of trials, where do you place your trust when anxious thoughts threaten to overwhelm you? Do you rely on yourself and others or trust God in difficult moments? We all go through moments of fear and doubt at the onset of a trial. The question becomes where and who we will run to when in trouble. In Jeremiah chapter 17, the people of Judah turned from following the Lord. They carried on with the motions of daily worship, but their hearts were far from God. They chose to follow the gods of the other nations, even though the Lord had blessed, provided for, and protected them throughout the years. Therefore, God, desiring to bring his people back to a right relationship with him, would use the rod of correction to turn them back to him. Therefore, judgment was imminent, and God will bring a mighty nation against them to humble them and bring them into captivity. Even after hearing warning after warning, the people of Judah sought help from Egypt. In Jeremiah chapter 17, verses 5 and 6, God used the prophet Jeremiah to warn the people of Judah of the danger of placing their trust in man instead of trusting God. To give them a better understanding of what they were doing, the Lord used an illustration depicting Judah as a shrub in the desert. As such, they would never see good, but dwell in arid, dry places in the desert where they would suffer deep distress. In contrast, Jeremiah chapter 17 verses 7 and 8 states, "Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord and whose hope is the Lord. For he shall be like a tree planted by the waters, which spread out its roots by the river, and will not fear when heat comes. But its leaf will be green and will not be anxious in the year of drought, nor will cease from yielding fruit." Here, the Lord uses an image of a tree firmly planted by the waters that spread out its roots by the river to demonstrate the life of those who trust God. The river represents vitality, refreshment, hope, and growth. Oh, the many blessings that come to those who trust God and whose hope is the Lord. They do not need to fear when trouble comes because their hope and trust are in God, who can do immeasurably above and beyond all that they can ask or imagine. Those who trust in God will continue to be blessed and satisfied, drinking from the river of God's faithfulness even in the stressful times. They will bear fruit because their water source is God himself. The Lord is the fountain of living water. Only he can meet our every need. We will not suffer need nor lack any good thing. All expectation, everything hoped for, comes from God alone. However, if we are honest, we are not always in this frame of mind. For when trouble comes, we look all around to find a way to solve the problem ourselves. Learning to trust God is a lifelong process. Each trial God has designed to grow our faith and trust in him. As our trust in him grows, we can experience inner peace and complete satisfaction, knowing he will fulfill all his promises. Perhaps disappointment and discouragement have kept you far from the Lord. Let me encourage you to commit yourself anew to him, no matter the circumstances you may be in. So whether your suffering is a direct result of turning from God, from past mistakes, a failure to trust God, or a trial brought to you to increase your faith, draw near to him once again, and he will draw near to you. The Lord, the all-sufficient God, will meet you no matter where you are in your faith and walk with him. Make the Lord your hope and trust. When you do, His richest grace and blessings await you.